Well, as y'all can see, I'm back. I had to clean y'all niece cage out, feed her. She want what I got. But I wanted to say, do we as humans use God as an excuse to behave radically? And not radically wrong, where you know you're doing things that you're not supposed to be doing. Because it's one thing to be radical and righteous, but another thing to be radical and wrong. Because morally, which is why I don't understand why people don't believe in karma. Morally, subconsciously, if that still works, if you still get a little shame behind things, or if your moral compass still works to the point where you can't do certain things because of how it makes you literally feel, I feel like you are judged upon, like, I don't know, I feel like you are judged upon the most worst thing you've ever done in your life. And this is just coming to me. I feel like if you don't recognize what you did wrong, you don't repent and repent aloud, that whatever struggles that you are experiencing and you can't move past, you have to heal that some way, somehow. Because life is going to happen. But I feel like in life, you are being judged based on the worst thing you've ever done, as well as your current or past life. And on this plane, that's what's up. On this particular plane, the struggles that you have, thank you. I don't know. The struggles that you have and you can't work through are connected to like they're tethered to each other, as well as what you've done, as well as the things that you do and have done. Your kids are also under that thing as well. So if you've done things that you had no business doing, you had kids, and you really like unintentional, spiritual, I feel like it's all connected. So whatever you need to heal from, because I feel like at one point God becomes done with you, and when he's done with you, he might still have his hand over you, but he's not done with you in a sense of punishment, because he is righteous. He is fair. That's what, like, I really believe a lot of things are spiritual. Like, the in-between things, like when you actually are just in tune. You spend time with yourself. You speak life over yourself. You talk to that other entity that you can't see, you can't smell. You couldn't even identify God in the lineup. Hello? But you know he there. You know he there. He might take you through some things to test your faith, to test your willpower, to see if you standing on business about your life, your plans, your intentions. If you're not, you won't suffer. If you are, you gonna grow. Simple. And unless you really just don't care, things are gonna continue to stretch you to see how you're gonna react. Whether you're gonna crash out about it, be happy for it, be meh about it. Because things could have been a lot worse for me. You know? I mean, it was just a simple tire. But shit happens. I was on the interstate. I had to try to make it. And I ain't worried not one bit. My only worry that I had was, one, I would love for the police to come behind me, but at the same time I wouldn't, because license suspended. Two, it was no place for me to get off, so it was just like, how the fuck? I had to try to make it somewhere, and I'm glad I did, because I don't know, Progressive got like subcontractor with mechanic companies or whatever, but the man showed up in his car, regular car, jack, everything, put the tire on. But I guess they do, because they even called to see how my performance was. So I guess they got a contract with local people, which is pretty dope. So yeah. I'm probably about to wash this page out and finally take my nap. But because this is a topic that I want to talk about even more as it pertains to, like, people like, oh, God made me this way. Because you know you're not supposed to live a certain type of way. You're not supposed to kill. You're not supposed to steal. You're not supposed to be into the same sex. Like, there's so many rules and guidelines. But you look at people who are, you know, participating in certain lifestyles, and you're like, not to be like, you know, the grass is greener or nothing, but you just be like, they look like, you know, they have themselves together, yet this ain't the life we supposed to be living. Or like, sexual immorality. Like, it's so many things. And people do things and say and put God on it. Like, and not to say I'm not people or haven't been people, but you get what I'm saying? Like, we not supposed to live a certain way, but you can look at something and see and even feel love or what you think will be love. Yet, it's not. Like, that was some made up, like that, like somebody made that up. Because who are we? I know everybody gonna have something to say. But who are we to judge people for who they love? Just in general. But, or who are we to judge people? I mean, you could. Who are we to judge people for killing people? Because some situations be justifiable. It's just like, God, is there a gray area? And I've read that there is not a gray area. So it's just like, do we just be doing stuff and putting God on it? Or, like, what's going on? I'm trying to understand. Like, I'm really trying to understand. Body full of tattoos. That's your only, like, just think about the people who don't have no really bad vices. Like, and I know God is real because I experienced him for myself. And it's certain things that I still entertain. And I'm scared to dabble into. Because, you know, you start to feel a little convicted after a while. And not only that, it's because I read the book, The Divine Revelation of Hell. He gives you chances. Like, he literally gives you chance after chance after chance after chance. And if you keep disappointing him, he knows you made your decision before you close your eyes. And it's just like, I really want to be better, do better, and live in my purpose. Allow my gifts to make room for me. Like, when it comes to the affirmations in the, you be like, okay, God. But when it comes to the lifestyle, you like, whoa. Because you can look at a lot of different situations and think God's in there, God's in there, God's in there. But he won't be. It is foolery. Because, you know, the things that you just will, like, turn your nose. We human. Because it's stuff you see, stuff you experience, stuff you witness. And sometimes you just got to turn your face up at it. That's probably what God be doing to us. He be like, oh, y'all think just because they have some type of light mimicry or recognition that these people is really suffering. The people really suffering, and we thinking just because of what it looks like, what our feelings towards it is, our perception, that they're doing better mentally, physically, that they're doing better. That's some real deal bullshit. Like, real deal bullshit. Especially with today, and just like about growing up. Like, I have to grow up. There's another reason why God is the whole different like God is a concept that you have to understand and grasp. But I know He got me because there's been so many situations where I could have been expired, but He do a lot of stuff to teach me a lesson because He's just like, girl, you want to go through the mud? Why you want to do that? Why do you want to go through the mud? You don't have to. You know, like you you're presenting a liar. Like you've learned a lot, you discover who you are, you know what you do and do not resonate with. But why you wanna go through the mud? Sometimes God don't want to take you through the mud. He really trying to take you to the flowers in the garden. Like here, this is for you. But emotions, ego, your reality, circumstances will have you questioning everything. When the goal was already there, the benchmark was already set. All you had to do was put on your shoes, put on your bag, have your resources, and go. But no, that's not the case. That is not the case at all. So it's just like when you're figuring it out that you've been doing it backwards, when you're figuring out, not even doing it backwards, but ain't on my channel it says watch me as I find my way. Watch me as I find my way. Like I didn't even realize how powerful that even was. Because I'm finding my way. What am I to say? Scarlett, you're so lonely. I'm so sorry. I'm the only one watching. Baby, people come back and watch because people will leave comments and messages like people are watching because apparently I'm gaining subscribers every time I go live. So, but yeah, I definitely appreciate. I'm not necessarily lonely, but have I abandoned my page in a sense? Yes. Am I back? Yes. But yeah, here's to having a 360 year. Here's to doing it right this time around. Here's to just appreciating your life, your reality, appreciating your four walls, appreciating your car, appreciating your little job, the little money you get, the people that are around you, the people that show up for you. Just appreciate more, cause baby, if you want to be lonely, you can be lonely. That's absolutely positively fine. But if you want to change your life, you're gonna have to get more protective with yourself and your energy and who and what and how you want around you. And you're gonna have to lock in. How old do you think I am? Wow, I'm 29. But yeah. But I just would like to say we need to stop Using using God to justify our radical decisions. I am guilty of this. Yeah, I'm 29. I'll be 30 in October. I'm guilty of this as well. Um, because it's either you are radically righteous. Happy birthday. Or you're radically wrong. And I want to be radically righteous. Okay? I want to actually live a simpler life, work on my gifts, do the things that I know how to do, and just don't put too much pressure on myself, but be very much consistent. Know that you have to do this. And yeah. Now I think I'm about to go take a nap, but that was on me. But yeah, finish cleaning out this cage. And I may or may not be back. But yeah, leave comments, spam my page, show some love. And yeah, it's your girl B Rose, aka Black Rose, coming to you with another exclusive. Make sure you take it one day at a time, and it's only gonna get better, baby. And watch me as I find my way. Yeah, do that.